Game's good. Movie bad. Game's good. Movie very bad.
Transformers Fall of Cybertron takes place after the events of War of Cybertron, and follows the adventures of the Autobots and Decepticons during the last few days the Transformers are on Cybertron. Due to the events that happened in War of Cybertron, the planet can no longer support life for them, and the Autobots, led by Optimus Prime, must prepare to launch their ship called the Ark, while Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, will do everything he can to prevent them from leaving, quoting that this planet is his and no one can leave it without his permission. Over the course of the game, you will travel to several different locations on Cybertron while discovering mysteries of the Transformer universe, like why did the Transformers end up in our galaxy, or where did the Dinobots come from, and just what sacrifices had to be made so that the race of Transformers could survive. You definitely will get a sense of desperation while playing as the Autobots. However, while playing as the Decepticons, you will feel like their actions don't make sense on a planet that they themselves need to get off of. The gameplay for Fall of Cybertron is completely the same to how it was in War for Cybertron. It's a simple third-person action shooter that will have you blasting your way through your enemies, collect a wide range of standard and heavy weapons, and deal massive melee attacks. And most fun of all, transforming whenever you want between your robot form and vehicle form almost any time you want. Over the course of the game, while you're battling your way through your enemies, you will collect Energon, which can be used to heal you, along with being able to upgrade your weapons to make them more powerful to deal more devastating blows. You will also have the ability to buy perks, which over the course of the main campaign will allow you to have special abilities, including have more life, or make sure your shield is stronger, or being able to move faster with heavier weapons. Now, like in the previous game, there is a multiplayer mode that contains the standard matchups, including Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All. You will also have the ability to create your own unique Transformer with thousands of unique customizations for your own personal taste. There's also a mode that's similar to Horde mode, where you take on waves and waves of enemies over the course of 15 levels with other party members, if you can survive that long. Unfortunately, this game does suffer from a lack of not taking a big enough leap from the previous installment. The story for Fall of Cybertron is not quite as strong as it was in War for Cybertron. With Fall, if you have seen the Generation 1 cartoon, you already know that how the story is going to end by the beginning of the game, and you will know exactly which characters are going to survive and which ones will not. It would have helped if they had given us perhaps an alternate future perspective, like showing what would have happened if the Decepticons had actually succeeded in preventing Optimus and the Autobots from reaching Earth. But whether you choose to fight as the Decepticons or Autobots by the end, you basically get the same outcome. With War of Cybertron, you got to see a part of the Transformers universe that we hadn't seen before, and learned exactly why the Transformers had to leave Cybertron. In terms of gameplay, the single player also suffers because you were forced to only play as one specific character per state, as opposed to how it was before. You had 3 characters together, you could choose between any one of them at any time, and most importantly, there was co-op play. On online, people could actually come in and help you fight through the game, but that is completely removed from this game. And from my knowledge of the Autobots, none of them would have fought the final battles of Cybertron in this game this way. It just wouldn't happen. finally, for me, was a lack of time spent with the Dinobots and the use of Metroplex. Now, this is going to be a small spoiler, but you only get to play as Grimlock for one entire stage, and he has no long-range attacks. You are forced to only do up-close melee attacks, and unless you really know how to use your shield wear, you will be completely overwhelmed and gunned down. And even when you transform into his T-Rex form, it's not really all that powerful. The flamethrower can't really reach that far, and his only melee attack takes up too much time and prevents you from picking up Energon to heal yourself. You are actually better off fighting as a robot than you are as a T-Rex. And with Metroplex, you only see Metroplex 2 times throughout this game and can only use him in one stage to pretty much do devastating attacks. And what just upsets me the most is that we never got to play as him. As big a character as he actually plays in the story in Final Days of Cybertron, it would have felt really good to play as an ultimate godlike transformer that feels like a total badass and makes you feel almost invincible. I would just like to state right now that despite the flaws that I pointed out, Fall of Cybertron is in no ways a bad game. I just felt that in terms of campaign, the fact that they've now forced you to play as only one specific Autobot or Decepticon per stage prevents you to pick whatever checkpoints you have throughout the entire stage, and remove co-op play completely, which means that you're going to have to play this game alone and not be able to play with other friends and work as a team like you could in the first game, is a major disappointment. However, for those who are fans of War for Cybertron's multiplayer, will definitely have a lot of fun here. There's far more customizations than there were in the first game, and you can actually, if you're good enough at customization, can actually build the Generation 1 models of all the Transformers, if you're good enough. So, with that, I'm happy to give Transformers Fall of Cybertron a 7.5 out of 10. A bit lower than I would give for War for Cybertron, but a definitely good game, and if you're a hardcore fan for Transformers, definitely go out and buy it, but I think you should rent it from GameFly or wait till sale price. I don't think it's worth the $60 that I paid for. If you like this review, please like, comment down below, and subscribe at the top to keep track of me, my future game, and movie reviews. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.